So it's currently 11:11 on December the 5th, 2023. And wouldn't you know it, I'm in a campsite where there is active construction going on for what looks to be the foreseeable future. Listen. Here I am setting up my Big Agnes Big House 4. It's probably one of the bigger tents that I could set up on my own without fear of tearing the fabric by using the poles as leverage um, to set up this tent. And this will be my home for the next several nights. It's a pretty simple setup, but I still got pretty winded just doing this. So it's coming up on about 4:30, and this is approximately the magic hour each and every day at the campsites where I've been, um, particularly including this site, because at this time the sun is at an angle that's no longer brutal, and the temperatures have been fantastic. Even last night, throughout the entire night, the sky stayed clear, and at the same time, the temperatures stayed pleasant. So the coldest it was right before sunrise, right at sunrise actually, and by that point in time, once the sun would hit your skin, everything would feel great. And as you can hear right now, there's another shuttle type. You can see it. You got to see it. So there are certain things that just continue to remind me that we're all in this together. And no matter how much we accidentally interrupt one another with the silly questions that we have, like my question, for an example, where are all the insects that used to hit my windshield? It's a silly question, but at the same time, I've got the do you hear that? I've got the sunroof open. The vehicle is making itself known. The air suspension just every so often decides to level out the vehicle, and every so often in the place of solitude like this, the sound can catch me off guard and startle me, just like if I'm walking in a wash and have gone several hours without seeing any kind of life, and then a dove bursts forth from its cover. Those kind of things are things that I'm going to react to, and that's the same as anyone else. But in some cases, if the startled reaction comes from a place of anxiety, then that can cause certain things like our blood pressure to rise. Anyway, what I was saying though, initially was that here I've got the sunroof open, and I'm not really concerned about bugs because there really haven't been very many. And so again, it's a silly question, I know, but it's worth repeating. And that question is, where are all the insects? Are you having situations where you're noticing that there are fewer and fewer insects as well? If so, please click on the comments area and let's start to talk about this. It's just over an hour from sunset, and it's amazing here. You can hear the wind circling in the inner walls of the basin here, along with the cars that are driving up and down Basin Road. And also, you can hear a couple of crickets, and several birds have called out here and there, but it's still been relatively quiet. And I believe that this isolation causes me such relaxation that my cardiovascular system probably relaxes to the point where my blood pressure goes lower and lower. And the only way that I could prove that is to try it out, see what happens. So here I am, having enjoyed all of this pleasant solitude while also trying to not contemplate on the fact that the sunroof has been open for so long, and that not a single bug has even caused me to consider closing the sunroof at this point in time. So I'm both relaxed and also concerned, and I'm trying to let go of that concern by sharing the insight with someone else so that we can at least get this information to the people in charge a little bit more quickly, so that we can all recognize when the sound of silence is a little bit too silent in places such as this.